What is good, guys? Welcome back. Another video where today we'll be speaking about the game week 17 matches in the Premier League. Let's get straight into it. I don't want to waste any of your time. Let's get straight into it. Now first we have Nottingham Forest versus Tottenham. Now Forest are in a rough spot at the moment. Cooper could be close to getting the sack actually. They haven't won a single game in 5 matches in the Premier League, and they gotta fight this game at least, and so show some like real fights. Now Tottenham have dropped off a bit in terms of form. They have had some rough games. They did win 4-1 versus Newcastle, but the team's playing well this season, I can't lie. I just think it's the injuries that are really hindering them, or like has them in a tough situation recently. And my prediction is going to be a 3-1 win for Tottenham. Now we have Bournemouth versus Luton Town. Bournemouth have been very good this season, managed to beat Manchester United 3-0, and I had a feeling that this was going to happen. And Solanke is slowly finding his form now. He's scoring a goal almost every game in his recent matches. And Luton Town, what a team. They have now played so well. Their form's just getting better and better. And against the top clubs in the league as well. Performed well against City, performed against Arsenal. Like, surely they stay in the Premier League this season. I see this game being a 2-2 draw between these two. Now we move on to Chelsea versus Sheffield United. Chelsea have not been good at all this season, struggling hard. They actually lost to Everton in the last game 2-0. They sit in 12th place. That is a absolute madness. They need to give Poch some time, in my opinion, but obviously some people are going to be reactive to the Chelsea results, but I believe with time it will get better. And Sheffield, on the other hand, another team struggling. It is a tough season so far for them. They did manage to beat Brentford actually 1-0, and Chris Wilder seems like he's doing a pretty decent job so far. And I see this game also being a draw. It's going to end 1-1. Now we have Manchester City versus Crystal Palace. One of the best teams in the world. Haaland will probably be out for this game, or he will just come back for that game. And City have actually been out of form, which is surprising. They went winless in 4 matches, but won against Luton Town in their last game. And Crystal Palace have been okay. The team is winless in 5 matches. Elise, obviously a great talent. This guy scores bangers, I think, like almost every month. It's crazy, and a big team come in from, in my opinion, because he's definitely very talented and a very good player. And my prediction is going to be a 3-1 win for Manchester City. Now we have Newcastle versus Fulham. It's going to be a very good match. Newcastle have not been too bad recently. They did lose 3-0 to Everton 2 weeks ago, which is a pretty surprising result. And Isak is actually back from injury. And Fulham have been incredible recently. They managed to score 10 goals in the past 2 matches. Playing incredible football. Maybe they can win 5-0 versus Newcastle as well. Who knows? And Wilson scored a banger for them in the last game. Just curled it from the edge, like right side of the box. Just curls it top left. Very good finish. And my prediction is going to be a 3-1 win for Fulham. Now we move on to Burnley versus Everton. Burnley have been not too bad. They have been playing better recently. Maybe a win is coming their way, like hopefully it is. And Trafford had an incredible game versus Brighton is what I heard. And Everton, on the other hand, they have been very good. Managed to beat Newcastle 3-0. That was surprising for me. McNeil has been balling for them recently, and Dyche has done a fantastic job just like turning around this team. And I see Everton winning this game 3-0. And we move on to West Ham versus Wolves. Now, this is going to be another pretty good game. West Ham have been decent. Bowen for West Ham has been doing pretty well. I saw in the last game he actually got shifted into the striker position or something. Although they did lose 5-0 to Nottingham Forest. I feel like that is a one-off game. And Wolves have been not too bad on the other side. Gary O'Neill doing a great job at the club. Whenever I watch them, they just play great football. I just think it's like a lack of the scoring in the final third. And they don't have Neto at the moment though, so that is a huge blow. And my prediction is going to be a 2-1 win for Wolves. Now we move on to Brentford versus Aston Villa. Brentford have been on and off in terms of form. They actually lost to Sheffield last game. Sheffield beat them 1-0, and Mbeumo is injured, which is a huge blow to this team. And that is one of their key players, which they will miss. I'm sure they will miss. It's going to be tough to play without him. And this team is playing such good football though. And they actually beat Arsenal 1-0 Aston Villa. They sit in third place right now. Probably the best team I've seen play football this season. And this team is definitely a team to watch out for this season. I see Aston Villa winning this game 4-1. And we move on to Arsenal versus Brighton. It's going to be a really good game. Arsenal have been doing well, although they did lose 1-0 to Aston Villa, which kind of made them drop to second. And the defense was a bit shaky playing out of the back versus Villa. Attacking wise, we're doing pretty good as well, but Brighton on the other hand have been struggling recently. They drew against Burnley. I don't know what has happened to them recently. Maybe they have some injuries as well. Going through a bit of a rough patch. De Zerbi maybe needs to adjust some things, so maybe you could figure it out, but I see Arsenal winning this game at 3-1. And the last and final match is a big one. Probably for sure the biggest one this week. Liverpool versus Manchester United. Liverpool have been very good. They went top of the table this past weekend. Trent has been playing very good for them, and they could win the Prem possibly. On the other hand, Man United are in a bit of a rut. Rashford, when he played 2 games ago, I believe, it just didn't seem like he cared to be on the pitch anymore. He wasn't tracking back. It's kind of disrespectful in a way. And they lost 3-0 to Bournemouth, which was very surprising. And this is gonna be the 212th meeting between these two, and Erik ten Hag could be on his way out if he loses multiple games again. And speaking of that, they actually lost today against Bayern 1-0, and my prediction for this Liverpool versus Man U match is going to be a 3-0 win for Liverpool. Now hopefully you enjoyed the video. Don't forget to drop a like, comment down below if you guys did enjoy the video, and don't forget to subscribe as well. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.